It started with something no one ever expected. A horse, a wolf pup, and a moment that broke every rule of nature. What happened next will leave you breathless. If you're watching the story unfold, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below, because what you're about to hear is a kind of miracle you don't want to miss. In the quiet heart of the Whispering Pines forest, where snow still clung to the trees even in early spring, lived a wild mare named Star. She was alone, not by choice but by fate. Her herd had been scattered months ago after an attack, and since then, she'd wandered the mountains solo, toughened by survival and softened only by her curious heart. One chilly morning, just as the sun began to warm the frosty ground, Star heard something strange, a sound so tiny and helpless it made her pause mid-step. Curiosity tugged at her instincts more than fear. She followed the sound cautiously, ears twitching, nostrils wide, until she found it, a small wolf pup, barely 2 weeks old, shivering under a fallen log, all alone. Wolves were supposed to be enemies, dangerous, threats, but this little creature, it was weak, hungry, scared, and clearly not a danger to anyone. Star stood there for a long time, torn. Then, something deep inside her stirred, a feeling older than instinct, compassion. She didn't run. Instead, she lowered her head gently and nudged the pup with her nose. When it whimpered again, she carefully lifted it in her mouth, like she might have once done for her own foal, though she'd never had one. She lay him down on a patch of soft grass, warmed him with her breath, and stayed. All day, through hunger, through cold winds, through the silence of the forest, she curled around the pup, shielding him from the world. And somehow he survived. By nightfall, the pup had grown a little stronger. Star kept him close, guarding him fiercely. Unknown to both, a wildlife camera nearby caught every moment. And days later, when Dr. Lena Torres hiked into the area to check on deer migration footage, she nearly dropped her tablet in shock. "What in the world?" she whispered, watching the video. A wild horse caring for a wolf pup? Impossible. But it wasn't a glitch. It was real. Lena couldn't look away. She set up camp nearby and watched them for days. The mare hadn't just found the pup. She had adopted him. The pup, now slightly stronger, licked moisture from plants Star brought him. He slept against her chest. And she protected him like he was her own. Then came the howls. A pack of wolves approached. Big ones. Lean and powerful. Lena's heart sank. This was it. The end. Either the wolves would kill Star, or worse, take the pup back and abandon him again. But something incredible happened. The lead wolf, a female, stepped forward. Star didn't run. She moved aside, revealing the pup. The alpha sniffed him, licked him, and let out a low, emotional cry. It was her child. And instead of turning on Star, the mother wolf seemed to understand. Without words, without warning, the two animals reached an unspoken agreement. They shared the pup. As the days passed, something stranger still unfolded. The wolves didn't leave. They stayed near Star, tolerating her presence. And she, in turn, remained close, grazing nearby but always within sight. When a mountain lion crept into the meadow, hunting weakness, they stood together, horse and wolves side by side, a united front. Unlikely allies. The predator hesitated, backed off. Something shifted between them after that. The bond grew deeper. Even after the pup reunited with his pack, he still returned to Star, still nuzzled her legs, still trusted her. And Star? She followed the wolves when they moved, adjusted her path, stayed with them. For miles, across rivers, over ridges, through storms, together. Months turned into seasons. Researchers came. Cameras rolled. News spread. But people followed too. Too many. Drones buzzed overhead. Tourists trespassed. The balance cracked. The wolves disappeared. Star vanished for weeks. When she returned, thinner, scarred, distant, hope flickered. Then, quietly, without humans watching, the connection rebuilt itself. The cameras caught it all. The wolves chose to stay near Star. Their new territory overlapped hers completely. The young wolf, now almost full-grown, was their bridge. He played with Star, ran with his pack, and brought them together whenever they drifted apart. Moral: love doesn't care about species size or rules. It finds a way when given the space to grow. So if this story touched your heart, please share it. Like it. Comment below and tell us what it made you feel. Because sometimes in the wildest corners of the earth, the gentlest miracles happen when we just step back and let nature show us what's possible.